The morning light stretches across the stone-paved Corso Vittorio Emanuele II, catching the steady movement of commuters and locals. Here, the air is crisp, and the visual evidence of a winter season in Milan is immediate. Long wool coats in charcoal and camel dominate the frame, their heavy fabrics holding a sharp structure even as people move quickly toward the Piazza del Duomo. The surrounding architecture provides a rigid, historical backdrop of arched gallerias and weathered facades that ground every outfit in a specific urban reality. There is a noticeable weight to the garment's thick scarves tucked into high collars and leather boots striking the pavement with a rhythmic, purposeful pace. These figures do not stop to be noticed. They are integrated into the flow of the city. The consistency of these silhouettes across the crosswalk confirms a shared understanding of proportion and utility. Everything visible belongs to the street. A group of 3 men crosses a wide intersection near San Babila, their overcoats unbuttoned despite the chill, revealing layers of tonal knitwear beneath. The fabric of their trousers breaks perfectly over leather soles, moving in sync with a brisk walking pace. The background is a blur of yellow trams and stone pillars, placing the clothing in a functional, high-traffic environment. There is no performance here, only the practical application of tailoring to a morning commute. The way the collars are turned up against the wind serves as a literal demonstration of the season. looking down a narrow side street toward the Brera district. A woman walks away from the camera, her belted trench coat creating a sharp triangular silhouette against the cobblestones. The movement of the fabric at her heels reveals the weight of the material, which resists the wind. Bicycles lean against ochre-colored walls in the background, reinforcing the lived-in nature of the space. The visual focus remains on how the garment holds its shape while the wearer navigates the uneven ground. At a crowded pedestrian crossing, a recurring theme of dark navy and deep forest green emerges among the crowd. Multiple individuals, unrelated and moving in different directions, wear almost identical proportions of cropped trousers and heavy wool jackets. This repetition across the frame proves a localized standard of dress that exists independently of individual choice. The street serves as a canvas where these patterns of color and length appear with high frequency, undisturbed by external trends. The sharp lines of a modern glass storefront reflect the historic facade of a neighboring palazzo, framing a man as he pauses to check his watch. He wears a structured blazer over a thin turtleneck, a combination seen repeatedly along this specific stretch of Via Mont Napoleon. The reflection in the glass confirms the density of the city, showing the narrowness of the street and the proximity of other pedestrians. The clothing reacts to the environment, appearing both armored for the city and integrated into its palette. A close-to-ground perspective captures the texture of heavy flannel and polished calfskin, leather as feet move across a damp stone sidewalk. The moisture on the ground highlights the durability of the footwear, which shows the subtle creases of frequent use. There is a clear distinction between the soft, matte finish of the trousers and the hard, reflective surface of the shoes. These materials are chosen for their ability to withstand the friction of a city that is constantly in motion. man rounds a corner near the scala, his long scarf trailing slightly behind him as he picks up speed to catch a green light. The dynamic motion shows how the heavy wool of his coat sways without losing its primary structure. His hands are buried deep in his pockets, a posture mirrored by several others in the background. This collective physical response to the temperature provides a behavioral context that justifies the heavy layering visible in every frame. In a shared public square, the contrast between the rigid geometry of the stone benches and the soft drapes of oversized cashmere sweaters becomes apparent. Two people walk past each other in opposite directions. One wears a strictly tailored overcoat, the other a voluminous wrap. Despite the difference in volume, both adhere to a muted color spectrum of beige and slate. The visual link between them is the quality of the drape, which signals a standard of material that remains consistent across different personal styles. The sheer volume of pedestrians flowing through the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II provides a panoramic view of the current seasonal shift. Every person in the frame, from the foreground to the distant archway, is outfitted in variations of the same winter palette. The consistency is absolute. There are no outliers or interruptions to the visual language of the city. The scale of the crowd serves as the ultimate proof that these style choices are a widespread social reality, not an isolated occurrence. The focus shifts to the repetitive use of specific accessories, such as leather gloves held in the hand or tucked into a breast pocket. On a crowded corner, 3 different men exhibit this exact behavior within seconds of each other. These small, functional details are visible across various age groups, suggesting a generational continuity in how garments are handled in public. The consistency of these minor actions reinforces the idea of a shared cultural habit. Standing at the base of a metro entrance, the camera captures a constant stream of commuters emerging into the daylight. The frequency of pleated trousers and double-breasted coats is high, appearing on almost every third person. This density confirms that the style is a dominant urban norm rather than a rare sighting. The visual data gathered at this single point of transit reflects the broader reality of the city's streets. A group of people waits at a tram stop, their collective posture leaning slightly forward as they look down the tracks. They stand in a way that allows their coats to hang straight, avoiding the wrinkles that come from sitting or slouching. This shared physical discipline ensures that the clothing maintains its intended silhouette throughout the day. The street is the stage where this maintenance of appearance is most visible. low winter sun casts long shadows across the Piazza dei Mercanti, emphasizing the depth of the textures worn by those passing through. The sunlight hits the fuzz of a mohair sweater and the sheen of a technical rain shell, showing how different fabrics react to the light. This variety of texture provides visual interest while remaining strictly within the functional requirements of a cold, bright day in the city. A wide shot captures a crosswalk where 10 individuals move in perfect cinematic alignment, all wearing variations of earth-tone tailoring. The synchronization of their movement and their dress creates a powerful visual statement of city identity. The background of stone buildings and iron railings anchors them firmly in Milan. There is no doubt about the location or the era. The image perfectly encapsulates the intersection of history and modern life. Near a local newsstand, the high-fashion elements of the street become part of the mundane background. A man reads a paper while wearing a perfectly cut Chesterfield coat, his presence as unremarkable as the metal kiosk beside him. This normalization is the key to understanding the street style. It is not a special event, but the baseline for public existence. The clothing is a tool for everyday life. As the sun begins to set, the silhouettes of the pedestrians become more pronounced against the glowing shop windows. The final view of the street shows a continuous flow of dark, structured forms moving into the evening. The lasting impression is one of permanence and order. These shapes and behaviors have defined the space throughout the day and will likely do so again tomorrow, serving as a reliable anchor for the city's visual identity.